Hey everybody, welcome back to The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric. Our next guest is Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force Air National Guard retired Denise Jelinski Hall. In her last position, Chief Jelinski Hall served as the Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Chief of the National Guard Bureau, a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Chief, welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's a privilege to be here.
Thank you so much for your service. I understand you have a real prairie to Pentagon story to share with us. I'd love to hear that.
I grew up in central Minnesota. I was raised on a farm, and I went to a one-room schoolhouse.
I'm sorry?
I went to a one-room schoolhouse.
No, I heard you. I just said I was sorry.
Like Laura Ingalls. Right. Really, it was my school.
Well, then I definitely want your skincare answer, right?
Right. And we had 32 children in this school, one teacher that taught all 8 grades every subject. So you can imagine how much time that you got for math or science or history, nanoseconds. We had outdoor plumbing. There was no indoor plumbing, and so that was kind of the life. And I went to that. Yes.
I want to know your secret to anti-aging, because I think that is...
I think it's just Minnesota.
I think it is Minnesota. It's a clean living on the farm.
All right.
And, then we went to city school, and at about 25 years old, I joined the United States Air Force after I'd worked in banking for about 5 years and pursued a career in air traffic control. And then at some point, I transferred into the Air National Guard and spent many years in the Air Guard. We spent about 20 years in Hawaii. I did air traffic control, combat airspace management, and then I was very privileged to be selected to be the 154th Wing Command Chief for one of the largest wings in our entire United States Air Force and Air National Guard. And boy, that was just it was just a game changer in my life.
You've held lots of titles, like the first woman who ever did most of what you just said, right?
I've been very fortunate in that sense, and I never started out to do that. I believe that you do things for the right reason with the right intent, and great things will happen, and they did. I never started out to try and be a trailblazer or to be the first woman to achieve this, that, or the other. It just kind of worked out that way for me.
It really did.
It did.
So why do you think it actually happened for you?
I think because I did serve pure of heart. And when I say that, this is what I mean. That you do the right things for the right reason, for the good of the country, the organization, the people that you lead and serve. Yeah. And good things will come back to you. You let your record speak for yourself. It's not about gender. It's not about playing that gender card ever. It's about standards, being gender neutral, doing a good job, and letting your record speak for itself.
Well, and interesting that you should say that, because that helps us segue to a project that you worked on that does have a little bit to do with gender, but in a celebratory type of way, right?
Right.
Please share with us.
I was at the Pentagon for about 2 years, and I was contacted by a crew that Ron Howard, he produced and directed this particular video. And this is a story about women in the military that have served their country from the Revolutionary War all the way up until today, present day. And the things that I learned, just watching this were incredible. Things that you had no idea that our women, way, way back did and never got credit for or were recognized for all the way until present day today. And it's an incredible story. And for the young women out there that want to know their history in the military, this is a great video for them to watch. And I do have to say, I don't get any royalties from this, okay? I took part in this and was very honored to do so, being as a senior enlisted advisor for the National Guard Bureau.
I love it. The video is Unsung Heroes, and you were a part of that.
I was.
Now, you've retired.
I have.
What does such a military hero such as yourself do after she retires?
One of the things that I did not do when I was in the military was I did not finish my undergrad. So I said to everyone that when I retired, I was going to finish that. Not that I needed it at that point, but it was a goal of mine, a lifelong goal of mine to complete that. And I spent, about 6 months getting us settled here in Colorado, unpacking boxes that hadn't been unpacked for 20 years, purging and all of that. And then I went back to school, and it took me about a year to finish, and I finished at the first of the year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's your beauty secret right there, is you go hang out with co-eds.
No, that's it. That's it. Good point.
I'm just saying.
Okay, it worked for me though, okay? So after I finished that, I've been serving on 2 national nonprofit organizations. I'm a board of trustee for United Through Reading and Military Child Education Coalition. And then 2 local organizations that I've been involved involved with as well here, the National Guard Association of Colorado. And then in Colorado Springs, we had an organization that just started this year. It was called Young Champion Ambassadors. Phenomenal organization. And then just recently, the employer support of the Garden Reserve just contacted me, and I'm going to be a volunteer for them as well. I continue to do some public speaking, which is wonderful. I get asked from time to time to come and do a banquet or be a keynote at this event or that event. And I'm in the throes of writing a book, and that has been a love-hate relationship. Okay, I'm just saying.
When you get that book written, be sure to let us know. We'd like to know about that as well.
Thank you so much for telling your story, for pioneering the way for so many, and just for being a part of what we're doing today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
It's an honor.
Pleasure.
Thank you for your service. And thank you for watching, folks. Now, when we come back, we're going to enter the business brainstorm and hammer out the role of creativity in your business. And then still ahead, can DJ Jeff Fernandez teach me a move or two? That's next.
Would you like to be an expert guest on Experience Pros with Angel and Eric? Send your media kit to TV@experiencepros.com. That's TV@experiencepros.com.